Hello, hello, testing, testing, can you hear me? It is indeed. Welcome back to Dad's Do Dinner with me, Chris Zackley. You're very welcome again. First of all, have you seen my swanky new apparatus? Very exciting. This is with great thanks to my sister and brother-in-law for this beautiful gift, and I shall be wearing it proudly every film that we do, as we make, hopefully, this channel more and more of a brand going forward. You have definitely not seen Dad's Do Dinner for quite a while, and there is a very good reason for that, mostly because I've been far too busy, and no, I'm joking. And also, let's take a little tour quickly. What do you think of our new kitchen? We have a new kitchen! Isn't it beautiful? White cupboards, beautiful handles. I'm so excited. And obviously the Dad's Do Dinner director and filmer Natalie is very pleased with it because she chose most of it. Well, shall we crack on with this episode? Let's go for it. So welcome again, and thank you all for being so patient while we got the new season of Dad's Do Dinner ready to go. As always, let's go through our ingredients, and you can bop me around the head later if you think this is too pretentious. Let's have a look. So today we have, before we guess what the actual recipe is, we've got some ready to go Filo pastry, and we'll come on to that in a bit, but ultimately for this recipe it has to be Filo, just to get the proper effect. We've got some very nice gorgonzola, which is sort of the I don't know why, it seems to be like the cheaper end of the blue cheese range, and yet it's the most delicious. Go figure, I don't know. So we have got some gorgonzola. I haven't got the picante version, which is the spicy one. This is just the dolce version, which is the nice and soft and sweet one. We have some leftover medjool dates. I'll come on to that in a bit. I've got some creme fraiche, but you don't need this much. The smaller part will be fine. And I have some Shallots and a shallot. Incidentally, just a bit of product placement there. Well done, Chafour. Went to the local food fair today, and the audacity of the guy from the winery 10 minutes down the road was like, "Oh, hello, I think you should know where we work." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Like, yeah, okay. Turns out, yeah, they are 10 minutes down the road, and their wine was amazing, so I got bullied into buying some, didn't I? No, I didn't really. I chose to buy it. But anyway, there we go. So today we're going to be making some very quick, very tasty, savoury date and blue cheese tartlets. The reason why we're doing that is because my lovely wife had some leftover dates. If you don't have dates, which I totally understand that you may or may not have, figs is great. Dry prunes is great. That sort of darker fruit, if you know what I mean. It's sort of caramelly and darker in range, and obviously we've chosen dates because we're dead rich. Not. They were on special offer. It's the supermarket that rhymes with Mazda. That was it, yeah. Got ya. I'm back in the swing of things, but that's the only reason why we're using dates. But you can use any sort of dark dried fruits like that. I usually use figs for this recipe. A little credit to Mary Berry as well. I was actually inspired slightly by her recipe for the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge for the royal party recently. So this is sort of resurrected from something I used to do as a teenager to impress my friends when they came round for nibbles. So this is my version anyway, so let's crack on. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to prepare a little pastry tray. Now if you want a large tartlet, that's totally up to you, because I know we've done mini versions of stuff in the first series, but I just think they look so cute. So I'm just going to show you very quickly how I did that. I rolled out the Filo pastry, and I literally got a pair of scissors and cut strips of about that wide. So if you want something scientific, that wide. How clever am I? I'm then going to cut it into sort of equilateral squares, literally, so that they're even, and not stress about it too much. And then what I've done is I've got this super easy unbranded sprayable oil that we're just literally going to spray into the pan like that, over all the pastry that's already in there. But as you do it for the first time, what I need you to do is put the first sheet in, so it sort of crumples up around the edge like that. Spray it with a tiny bit of fry light, then put the next sheet in at like sort of 45 to 90 degrees different to what you did for the first sheet, so that you've got little peaks that are coming out. Spray it again, and then one last little sheet, so it's sort of 3 little squares per, if you're doing a mini cup. So I'm just going to fill in the remainder of these ones now, just to show you how quick and easy it is, even though I did cheat and start as the production crew were getting their filming of me ready. So nice to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us again. Just to give you a very quick update, unfortunately we did fall a little bit health-wise, unfortunately, but I'm so glad that I'm feeling so much better. But from the beginning of December, when we were actually planning on doing a Christmas special, unfortunately I got coronavirus. No, I didn't. I got something worse. No, I didn't. It was just harsh. It was a horrible virus. I got tonsillitis after the virus, and then I got a chest infection in the new year, so it was all a bit rubbish. But aside from all that and some other stuff going on, we're back, and I'm so excited to be here. So we've got our pastry trays ready to go. Don't they look so cute? And they're ready for the filling that we're going to do in a second. Oh, look. Oh, what is this, I wonder? Our beautiful new cooker. We have hob and we have cooker. And it's got fan assisted loveliness that we've never had before. Anyway, so we're going to make the filling for the tartlets now before I really come across as needing therapy. I'm going to put a shallot in, and not because that's shallot. No, because I think it makes a nice addition to the tartlet. If you don't have a shallot, a small red onion would be fine, but we got these from the supermarket that rhymes with Mazda, and they were 49p for a bag of 8, so I thought that was excellent value. So to change up your routine kitchen ingredients, sometimes just getting a shallot is a little less traumatic than getting an onion, where you're like crying all the time considering life and knowing and reliving all of those cooking awards that you never got. Put those in there. In fact, no, I'm going to make these super tiny because I'm allowed. So putting the blunt of your knife, the tip of your knife towards the board, and then using that as a lever all the way down and just making them a little bit smaller. You can move the board around. We're not scientific in this house, so you don't have to be a master chef to just cut up small bits of onion or shallot, or anything for that matter. Get all those nice little bits cooked, and then we're going to put those into the bowl. Small mixing bowl is absolutely fine. If you just want to use your larger mixing bowl, go for it. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just because I wanted it to be nice and easy to wash up afterward for the missus. Only joking. Right, next we've got some shallots in there. Next thing I'd like to do is get some gorgonzola in there. Most of them come in slices like this, so if you do 3/4, that should be plenty for your filling mix, and it leaves that lovely little bit to have on a bit of toast on a Sunday evening. Oh, it's so nice. And also for me to possibly suck out of the packaging, you never know. And then just to finish off our mix now, I'm going to take a couple of dollops of creme fraiche. Please don't worry, panic or anything like that, but if you would like a measurement, I would say no more than 100 grams. Because, is that right? Let me just double check that was this. Yes, let's say 200 grams max, depending on how creamy you want your little tartlets, because really this is only to get the cheese melted. I don't want it to be too stodgy with a bit of melted cheese and a bit of pastry, even though there's nothing wrong with that. Just mix it up slightly, because the will have separated a little bit in transit, and then you'll have that gorgeous sheeny shine colour. We're using half fat creme fraiche. If you want to go the full fat version, you knock yourselves out. It's really to only help the cheese deliver. So I would say that's approximately 200 ml or 200 grams. So I'm going to stop there. If I am, however, worried about the amount of mix that I'm doing, I can always add to it later. So we're just going to lightly sort of, I don't want you to be stressed about this, just use a fork and just bury the fork into the cheese and the onions. Take your time with it. It's not meant to be a race. I'm only getting on with it because I don't want you to be stuck on YouTube for all evening or all day or lunchtime whenever you watch us. I don't know. I do know actually because I have Google Analytics. No, I don't really. I'm watching you. No. Okay, it's super easy. Look how easy that was to mix up. Just a bunch of cream, bunch of cheese. I mean, what's not to love? It's like a heart attack in a bowl. Wonderful. The really important thing about the tartlets is not to overfill them. If you overfill them, they will, I promise, melt and go everywhere. So it's strictly 1 heaped teaspoon at most per tartlet. And then we're going to decorate them a little with some mixed herbs, which I'm going to show off in a little bit. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Excuse me. How is everyone? Cheers. I can't believe how much better I feel. Honestly, for like 3 months I felt rubbish. So nice. It's so nice to have like a proper production team back, honestly. So lazy. Yes, I know I'm going to die. Right, so let's get back to these tartlets. Do you know what? That was very hypocritical of me to tell you all just 1 teaspoon per thing when I'm not using a teaspoon. Wow. Oh. You shouldn't see this. No, don't film me. I'm licking this bit. So good. Right. Let's get a taste. Oh my life, these are so yummy. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season for your tummy. Fa la 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 la. I can't make up. Do you know what? Maybe I should be a rapper. I don't know. Let's just get a nice dollop of this filling into all of these tartlets. Remember, if any are looking a little bit on the slim side, go back and put a bit more in if you've got any left over. But I'd rather have something in everything, if that makes any sense, than, you know, nothing in some. So I'm using sort of a standard 12. Is that right? Can I actually count? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yes, I can. 12 to a tin sort of jobby. If you want to do a larger tartlet with larger squares, just go for it. I really don't mind. I'd love to see any photos on the Dad's Do Dinner Facebook page of any attempts that you have, because it just really encourages me and cheers me up. It's nice to see that despite being ill, I've managed to do a few little things and taken photographs for you that I put on today, so I hope you saw those all right. This is looking really good. Really chuffed with this. So the only really crowning glory now is to add in the dates, and you might think that I'm an utter freak, but I promise you the dates or the figs that you decide to use, and figs are very superly good price right now. That's not a word, but I'm saying it is. They are so well priced. Have a look around the fruit. If you can't find them around the fruit, then try and find them around either the home baking or the breakfast bits, because figs are so super good for you and full of vitamin C, and dates are sort of that one level up. They are expensive though, so if you're getting proper Egyptian medjool dates, you're looking at about at least £3 to £5 upon it, depending on where you're getting and how many you're getting. So we're really only using these so that that we get the best out of them, basically. Cheers. Right, so for those of you who have not seen a date before, they are extremely flavourful, and they've got a pip right in the middle, a stone if you will. So we're just going to grab that stone out. This date is literally as thick as solid honey, and it's sort of what it tastes like as well. So I'm just going to do some little strips, do that, and then actually once I've done one of the tartlets, I'm going to let you go, because what I'd like you to do is have a go at this, stick them in the oven for no longer than 15 minutes, and what you want is that pastry to be really nice and golden crispy. and that the cheese is sort of melted in with the cream and stuff. But I'll put a photo up as well and hope that it's all gone well. But when you try these, honestly, I know there's not a lot of people who like to mix fruit with cheese. I get that, and some love it. So if this is for you, great, let me know. If it's not, totally understand. But as a party piece, or as a really nice intro to an entertainer, so we're having these before an Italian dinner tonight, which is you know, not conventional but not illegal. I just would really love to hear your opinion on how well this fruit in particular goes. So chop up another couple of dates and just pop them in there like that, and then what you can do is open your brand new exciting cupboard down here. So exciting. I've got some thyme, tarragon. I don't know what will go well with this. I think oregano maybe. So I'm going to get some oregano, and if you want to top them, that's totally fine. It's entirely up to you. But just top them with the lightest feathering of oregano, and that all that will do is invigorate the cheese, not so much the fruit, but to give it a really sort of Italian-y slash Egyptian-y feel with the dates. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed spending time with us today. I did. And yeah, see you soon. Let's get cooking, dads and mums and kids and everyone else. Take care. Bye.